Hello everybody, my name is Trujillo and this is Makeup Date with an Artist, featuring this time Yayoi Kusama. Here is the lovely painting that we're going to recreate. Beautiful butterfly with her infamous dots. Now, let's get started. Of course, blanking out the canvas, removing the clothing and the jewelry to make sure that I'm prepped and ready to go. First things first is using aqua color with a small brush to create an outline for the butterfly. Yayoi Kusama was born in 1929 and is a world-renowned Japanese multimedia contemporary artist, known for her dots, pumpkins, and infinity installations. Always have to make sure to spritz the aqua color to activate it and continue forward. Next up, we're going to concentrate on the color red. This is a cream color to create the base for the red that's in the painting. I use a makeup sponge, a beauty blender, and I start applying it generously to my body, making sure that I'm not overtaking the outline of the butterfly on my skin. Concentrating on her style of art, she uses dots primarily in her media. Now, Kusama sees dots as the great unifier. From the spherical atoms and molecules that make us, to the Earth, the Moon, planets, and the stars that make the overall fabric of the physical universe, circular shapes are everywhere and in everything. And Kusama appreciates that and expresses that deeply in her artistry. As I wrap up the swaths, I need to go back in with a smaller brush. Afterwards, I concentrate on the butterfly wings, which is almost a lime green with some yellow tones. So I mixed green and yellow together. And then with another beauty blender, I place it on the wings. Next, I take a white cream color to fill in the body of the butterfly, a very fast process. And after that, I take a small brush and black cream to get the outline of the butterfly. Living in Matsumoto, she had a really tough childhood. Raised by a family of plant merchants, she started getting hallucinations at a very, very young age. One of the first times was when she was in a garden and flowers started speaking to her. She was confused and scared of these hallucinations at the young age and actually used art as a form of escape. However, that didn't stop her from still having extremely difficult events. Her father would frequently have affairs on Kusama's mother. Kusama was used as a spy by the mother to check on the father's whereabouts. And after all of that is said and done, we are going to need to powder it because these are cream colors, and the powder helps set the makeup on the skin so it doesn't go anywhere, and I can paint on top of it with aqua colors afterwards. Although extremely interested in art, was not supported by her family in this venture, but still ended up going to the Kyoto Municipal School of the Arts and Crafts. And after the powder is set, I take a large brush and very gently remove the excess. Now comes the fun part, adding dots to the butterfly. I'm taking this beautiful teal color here and a medium-sized brush. I'm spritzing the cake makeup and then placing the dots intentionally right on the butterfly's wings. Although it nurtured her creative self, she was very bored of the Japanese style and developed interest in Western avant-garde art. So at 27, she moved to New York. And then lastly, a small tipped brush to get all of those little dots in there to really create dimensionality in the painting. She struggled for a very long time, but continued to gain some traction as time went by. In 1966, she created an installation called the Narcissus Garden, which was quite well known in New York. This installation was a social commentary on the commodification of artistry, but also a commentary on the narcissism that plagues our society. And now it's time to concentrate on more dots. Using a white aqua color and that same medium-sized brush, I place white dots on the black outline. First starting off with the larger dots, and then again with the smaller brush. Now that the butterfly is finished, we're going to concentrate on the texture behind the butterfly using a white aqua color and a small tip brush. As much as she tried to make New York work, she did decide to move back to Japan in 1973. And when she did, her mental health began to decline even more, with her hallucinations coming back worse than ever. When she did arrive, she checked herself into a hospital for the mentally ill. And after staying at the institution, she was able to concentrate on her art even more, and thus becoming an extremely famous artist, especially for her beautiful installations. The ones that she's known very well for are her infinity installations, in which she places many mirrors in a small space with many dots and other multimedia presences that create this never-ending landscape. Now, I appreciated recreating her butterfly because I love the symbolism of the metamorphosis inherent in the journey of this animal. And I also attribute this as well to Kusama and her struggles in her life, leading her down the path of eventually soaring past her obstacles to become one of the world's most renowned artists. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed.